Hey scholars, welcome back. I'm here to show you the lessons as we're not meeting today in person or we're not meeting today live, so at least you can have some guidance with your lesson today. So we're on lesson number 19 in Watson's Go to Birmingham. We finished the book, but we're working on a narrative now. We're writing our own story, and we're writing it through the perspective of Byron. So we started writing it last week. Hopefully you finished your 4 paragraphs. If not, you want to go back and first complete lesson 18 where you have to write those 4 paragraphs. Because today's lesson is all about improving what you already wrote in lesson 18. So yeah, lesson 19's objective is to use more descriptive details and sensory language to convey emotions and experiences in a narrative. So this is how it will be graded. There's a highlighting activity, there's a rewriting a sentence activity, and then you're going to go back to lesson 18 and update it with more sensory details, and then you can resubmit lesson 18. So if you do all those things, you get 100%. You see 25 plus 25 plus 50, it all adds up to 100. Okay, so it goes over what sensory details are, about your 5 senses. There's some videos for you to watch. I'm not going to show them right now. You can watch that on your own. There's another video. There's a review of metaphor, hyperbole, and simile, which we know are figurative language. There's another video about how to write descriptively. And then there's this sentence here: I jumped into the water to save Kenny. And I ask you to rewrite the sentence using sensory details in the gray box. So you're going to, in this box, you can rate. Let's move this up for you. All right, so it won't be in your way. So how could you say this in a way that has more sensory details? After you watch the videos, you should be able to rewrite the sentence. So the sentence you're rewriting is, I jumped into the water to save Kenny. How can we make that more descriptive? And then the last thing to do will be to go So after you rewrite that sentence, now you're ready to go highlight the sensory details in the mentor text. So the mentor text is going to be attached to your lesson in a Google Doc. The Google Doc will look like this. Any figurative details, you're going to highlight purple, and any sensory details, you can highlight orange. Any figurative language is purple. So figurative language is like the hyperboles and the metaphors and the similes. And the sensory details, anything that vividly describes the 5 senses. It felt like Antarctica, right? This is an example of a simile because it uses the word like or as. So I would highlight that purple. Then I'm going to go up here, click highlight color, and click purple. All right, so after I go through this whole thing, I think you're going to enjoy this mentor text. It's actually written, they rewrote, this example rewrites that first scene when Byron gets his lips stuck to the car, but it's through the perspective of Byron instead of Kenny. So it's going to be a little different when you see it from someone else's perspective. Finally, after you highlight the mentor text, it's time to go back now to your lesson 18, okay, where you're supposed to write your narrative paragraph. You're going to come back into the narrative from Byron's perspective, and you're rewriting the scene with the wool poo, where Kenny's drowning and Byron goes and saves him. So you should have already written 4 paragraphs here. You should have already written your 4 paragraphs here, and now you're going back and rewriting. Well, you're not rewriting it, you're just adding more sensory details to make it even better. And that is your lesson for today. If you have any questions, I'm available. You can always email me at dmarcaldo@newheightsms.org.